The work Between Heaven and Earth that we acquired for the Metropolitan's collection is one of a whole series of what I would describe as metal tapestries that the artist Anatsui has woven from particles of recycled metal.
Well, the process is basically one of, I call it stitching, whereby you have to build so many of these together in order to get a wide sheet, which is, to me, something like a data, the basic data that I use in playing around to get to arrive at different forms.
It's really quite tantalizing to think about how a specific work can be so transformed each time it's manipulated, and the possibility of having the artist present to guide us through that process and to have him actually impress his own forms into the surface of this very malleable and very flexible object. All kinds of folds and wrinkles that give you the sense of a billowing textile.
Are you there, Robert?
I'm there.
On.
Are you on?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the right idea.
You want me to come up here and get my finger under there too?
We wanted the artist to be present and also to be making the decision of how those folds were created, how the material was gathered to give those kinds of results.
Life is not a fixed phenomenon. It's something that is always on the change. And that's why I think of a work of art as something which should replicate that attitude. And that is why I would prefer that even when people buy the work, they are the ones to install it. There's nothing like a fixed format or a fixed number of folds or, that one can put into it. It's always free, open to any change at any time. What I call the indeterminate forms. Human relations are not fixed, they change from time to time, they're dynamic. That has to do with the idea of the indeterminate. It's culminated in this one where you really have great freedom to do so many things.
He's really invented a new medium of expression.
Yeah, it's a lot of labor, time-consuming process. So I have the assistance of many hands. On a particularly good day, I could have maybe 16 to 20 assistants working with me. The medium is liquor bottle tops that I collect from around my environment. At Nsukka, which is a little university town in the eastern part of Nigeria. The idea of liquor bottles, I think, has something to do with history. I regard drinks as one of the items that was present at the initial contact between two continents, Africa and Europe. When Europe came to Africa initially to trade, some of the items that they brought included drinks. The drink top that I use now are not the drinks that were brought by Europe. They are drinks that are made in Nigeria. It's a way of linking the two histories together, and that's what I think I'm basically doing with the work.
The Metropolitan's collection of African art is really focused on masterpieces of classical African art. But when a great work of contemporary art speaks so eloquently to the classical traditions of Africa, it seems like an extraordinary opportunity to create a bridge between those two different artistic realms. It makes a statement about the vitality of creativity in contemporary Africa, and really universally elicits a sense that this is a stunningly beautiful thing.
I think beauty most of the time doesn't have to be an ocular one. It has to be something that has to do with content as well. In many of our traditions in Africa, we don't regard beauty as something that belongs to the eye. Like when you talk about a beautiful person, you're talking about more somebody with a good character. The Yorubas will call it Iwalewa. Character is beauty. The two are married in my work. There is the ocular beauty, but then when you get close, you can see that there is some content which also has some beauty.